thank you all for coming down tonight. I understand some of you, or maybe all of you, are having exams. Well, exams coming up, isn't it? Your midterm and now your finals coming up. I'm the founder of Sport Talk Circle. Okay? And in case you don't know what Sport Talk Circle is all about, please read up on the article. I'm not going to waste your time tonight telling you what it is. One is gender inequality, right? Female versus male. The other one is class inequality. And the third one is wealth. We talk about wealth distribution. And I'm sure you guys always might know about this Gini coefficient, right? That measures how wealth is distributed in any society. All right, now gender is easy. You go to countries like Denmark, Sweden, or Finland, you see more equal gender equality. These countries consistently beat US and Asia in terms of women sitting on public company boards. Okay? Hong Kong is what? 17%. I think Europe is about 40%, 35 to 40%. It's pretty good, isn't it? And if you go to countries like India, the Philippines, and Indonesia, then you see what class inequality is all about. The class inequality in those countries, very easy to see, isn't it? All right, now then we talk about wealth distribution. Those guys in Mongkok and in Yaoundé and Central, actually deep down, it's not only one man, one vote. I really believe it's a social problem, it's a society problem.
What if you are not the lucky 5–10%? Then what? What are you going to do? So tonight, for the remaining 20 minutes I have, this is what I'm going to talk to you about. If you don't get the jobs you want, then what? What's next? Right? Because that's exactly what happened to me. I didn't get my jobs I want. And why didn't I get it? Because just like you, 20-some years ago, almost 30 years ago, 30 years now, I got sick. Second week into my college, into university. And I became so ill that I ended up spending every other semester, though I attend school for one semester, and then went to hospital, operations, recuperation for one semester. For 3 years. Because I was so ill that every other semester I'm in the hospital. And so during the time that after I got my surgery, I have a bypass surgery and so on, but let's not go into the details. But so at first I still thought maybe, I can still catch up. I don't want to lose the credit. So I thought, well, what can I do? While I'm not in the school, I'm resting. So can I pick up some subject to perhaps earn the credit while I'm still resting at home? So I looked through the school, the university syllabus, and thought, okay, I found one subject. This subject does not require me to be on campus. And you know what that is? If some of you read my profile, you should know. Studio art, paintings. And under the studio art, there is one subject called 199 Independent Study. And what does independent study mean? It means you can do whatever you want. So I thought, oh, okay, that sounds good. So, but I never thought I would be end up taking a lot of these courses that I thought would be just like one semester. But because I got ill repeatedly for 3 years, so I ended up collecting a lot of these independent study studio art credit. So by the time the 4th year, so finally I somewhat recovered. I went back to university 4 years later. And by then, I have as many credits in the econ department, because I still think I want to be a banker, so I studied econ. So I have as many econ credits as well as my studio art credit. Right? But normally, in a normal situation, can you imagine that I go to tell my parents that I'm going to major in studio art to be a painter? I think my parents are going to kill me. I'm sure the first thing they will ask me is, so what kind of job can you get? It's a studio art degree graduates. But because I was so sick for so many years, so my parents basically say, do whatever you want. So long you can graduate and come home, look at it. Right? So they gave me the free hand. So but then I said, okay, well, studio art, econ. Now, do I really like econ, or because the rest of the world think I should be in econ, right? Or should I really like studio art? I said, well, if I really have the freedom to choose, actually I prefer studio art because it's fun and it's a lot easier. I'm so thankful that I have this studio art training. Now, of course, it is not that I'm going to be an artist. I'm never going to be good enough to make money as an artist. But it's not the art that you do, it's the training. Because I still remember when I first show up to the first physical class. Remember before that, I was doing independent study, just doing on my own, right? But until I had my first physical class, I attended on campus, and it was the advanced drawing. The reason why I take advanced drawing, I didn't take the introduction drawing. I thought, it's so easy. Why do I need to take the introduction to drawing? I can just go straight to advanced drawing. I mean, guess what? I show up to the class. The professor gave us a topic. And asked us to start. I sat there for a good 10 minutes. And I have absolutely no idea how to start. Because I'm so used to people telling me, okay, that's the topic, you should use this medium, you should use this, you should use that. Maybe that was my Hong Kong upbringing, right? But here, he said to me, he's like, oh, that's the topic, whatever. And all my classmates start to work on something. So for 10 minutes, I got lost. I didn't know what to do. So after 10 minutes, I walked up to the professor and I said, hey, excuse me, exactly how I should start. Should I use pencil? Should I use acrylic, oil painting, or what? And he was shocked. He looked at me and said, why are you asking me? It is your work. It's your job to be creative, to think. Like, okay. I wasn't prepared to think. I thought, oh, just, you tell me what, I'll do it. So what I'm telling you was, studio art wasn't about, training me to be an artist. It was a training of being creative. Now, at that time, I didn't realize how important it is, but it applies to my job every single day, in the business world, in politics, because we're competing with everyone. So how do I stand out? How do I think out of the box? The thing out of the box, everyone say think out of the box, but what is it? It's the whole mindset. It's the training that I got from my studio art degree. So the designer came back and gave me something like, 15, 20 designs to choose. And I have to bring all the design to the LegCo to have every member to vote on it, right? And I'm sure, how many people we have tonight here? About 60, 70 people? If I give you 10 different designs, I am very sure none of you are going to agree to one design. Because each of you will have your own perspective, have your own, preference and so on. So I know damn well that I'm not going to get anyone to agree to it. Now, by the way, I have zero political training until that day, right? But I said, okay, this is what I'll do. I'll choose two. One that I like a lot, and one that I know everybody hates. Okay, so that was history now. So the one logo you see now in LegCo is my choice. That was my first political lesson.
you.